Oh man, does this movie take me back, yo? Man, this movie takes me back, man. I still remember I first seen this movie, man, and it's kind of funny how when I first seen this movie, man, I literally thought this was like one of the best movies that was ever produced. Like I was just watching as a kid, having fun with it. I remember it so well, man. Cause the way I see it is, regardless whether you're a kid or even now to this day, especially back at that time, if you love WCW, you're gonna love the movie regardless, man. Whoever's in it, whatever happens, you're gonna love it regardless, man. Because it's a movie about wrestling. So how could you not hate it? Like how could you hate it? You know? So I watched this, man. Now, recently, I watched it recently, man. You guys, there was the pick in the hat, which, by the way, at the end of the video, we got to decide a new movie to review after this one. So stay tuned to the end, ladies and gentlemen, because we're gonna find out which will be the next movie will be reviewed, man. But for those of you who are new, I am Team161, and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who have been sticking with me since day one and up until this point. You guys make my day each and every moment you click that video, man, and you hit that like button, and you comment down below, man, what you think of anything that whether what I say or about the show, regardless of what it is, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. Let's talk about Ready to Rumble, man. Ready to Rumble, man, was a movie that's reminding me of. Now, I might be not the only one on this, but this is definitely Dumb and Dumber 2.0. I know I'm not the only one who thought this, man. Even back then, I was kind of thinking it, but I didn't really care. I was loving the movie. But now, no question, this is Dumb and Dumber 2.0, man. And I didn't hate that aspect, because I like Dumb and Dumber. I like the movie Dumb and Dumber with Jim Carrey, and I can't remember the other dude's name, man. But we all know who Jim Carrey is, man. And Jim Carrey is definitely one of the actors who got me through some shit. Man, Jim Carrey is hilarious at what he does, man. But anyway, man. I got my notes here, ladies and gentlemen, and I jotted down a few notes, man. I thought I was gonna have more notes, but I only got a few, man. First off, I want to say this right now, man. For those of you who didn't know, man, for all you hustle, loyalty, and respect fans out there, aka Mr. Cena, did you know John Cena made a cameo in this movie? I'm pretty sure by now most of you knew, but I'm pretty sure back when I first watched the movie, I had no idea John Cena was in it. I had absolutely no idea, man. I mean, I didn't know who John Cena even was. You know what I'm saying? At that point, nobody did. Because we know who John Cena was till he came in 2003, if I'm not mistaken, 2004, when he was the doctor of thugonomics. Even when he made that debut against Caan, man, nobody still didn't know who Cena was. Nobody didn't care about Cena then. When he became the doctor of thugonomics, then Cena was on the map. No question. And people still miss that gimmick to this day. And some people want that gimmick back. No question about that. But yeah, he made a cameo, man, and seeing him now after all these years, I'm just hilarious just watching this, man. I was laughing. It's just hilarious, man. See, man. Another thing I gotta mention, man. Michael Buffer, man. Michael Buffer, man. One of the greatest, announcers of all time. No question. I just wish that Michael Buffer could have been in the movie a little bit longer, man. It's like he was there for like a split second, and then next thing you know, he was out of the picture. Just like that. He did his old shtick. Let's get ready to rumble, something like that, whatever. And next thing you know, he's gone. I think he should have been in this movie a little longer. Like that's my honest opinion. I think he should have been in this movie a little bit longer, man. Especially when it's a movie about wrestling and the aspect of wrestling, man. What it's all about, Jimmy King and trying to get the title back and trying to take down the villain and DDP. I think he should have been in this movie even longer, man. He should have been in this movie longer. You know. One thing I want to say, man, speaking of Jimmy King, man, which is played by Oliver Platt. I'm not trying to get on him by any means. I thought he did a great job. I thought he did great in his role. Do not get me wrong. But, no question, man, this role should have been played by an actual wrestler. Whether it's in WCW or whether it's in WWE or WWF at the time. Regardless, it should have been played by an actual wrestler. Like, can you imagine if someone like a Stone Cold Steve Austin or The Rock or even today wrestler, man, just think of a day wrestler like somebody like a Kevin Owens, just somebody like that, or even I might want to say Cena because he was in the cameo, but I'll say Cena too, man. Cena, even Orton, just any active wrestler that's like big time, like that can play this role, man. Just think of any wrestler. I think a wrestler should be in this role, no question. That's why I think they messed up at, man. Like, I got no problem with Oliver, but I think it should have been played by an actual wrestler. You know what I mean? This should have been played by a wrestler. That's one of those that I jot down here, man. Also, another thing, man, DDP. DDP is great in his role, what he does, man. We seen a lot of WCW wrestlers in this thing, man. We saw Goldberg, we saw Sting, you name it, man. We seen him. I'm saying Booker T. Booker T was in this movie. Like I said it once. I'm saying it again. If you are a fan of WCW, you will not hate this movie, or you're just a pro wrestling fan in general. If pro wrestling is in your blood, you gonna love this movie regardless. You know what I'm saying? This is like, to put this movie in perspective, man. This is like Dumb and Dumber and wrestling aspect, if I'm not mistaken. If that's correct. Dumb and Dumber and wrestling aspect. That's pretty what this movie is. Okay, we got the comedic clowns, and pretty much in Gordie and Sean, who's played by David Arquette and Scott. I know his first name Scott, but I can't remember. I think it's Scott Caan, I believe. It's Scott Caan. They pretty much the Jim Carrey and the other guy's name. They pretty much them in this movie. That's why I said this is pretty much, Dumb and Dumber in wrestling aspect. We got wrestling environment. We got two clowns being, idiot number one and idiot number two. But the real question is, man, who is the dumbest one? Cause I'm looking at this, man, and I know Sean can sometimes be like he's somewhat of a smart dude, but he done some dumb moments in this movie too, man. Maybe it could be Dave Arquette, I don't know. You guys let me know. I know it's no doubt put down, man. So this movie pretty much about, man, I'm gonna sum this whole entire movie. It's pretty much about, Jimmy King, losing the title and, gotta get it back from DDP with an ultimatum. I believe it was, if he loses, he'd get fired. I think that's what it was. From wrestling, he had to win the title back, otherwise he's fired. And another thing, man, Titus was pretty much Vince McMahon in this movie. I'm not saying he's just like Vince McMahon, but he is the Vince McMahon in this movie. He pretty much the chairman of the company, pretty much, and he played his part well too, man. He played his part exactly just as well as everybody else, But just like him, man, I believe he was just kind of there and not there. Not like Michael Buffer though, but he was there and not there too, man. But he played his part well in this short role that he was in. Another thing I want to mention, man, Rose, who was, I believe, was David Arquette's love interest in this movie. Worthless. I know her name not named Rose, but I call her Rose. I know her from Charm, But she worthless in this movie, man. She did her part, but this wasn't her best role. That's proud of how I feel, man. This was not her best role in this movie, But you're not expecting her best role in a comedic movie like this, man. Saying, she had other roles that she played very, very well. I mean, specifically, I know her from Charm specifically, and I loved her in Charm. Even though she came like in I think it was the third or fourth season, but she played her role here good, man. But it just wasn't her best role. It just wasn't her best, But overall, man, this movie was pretty good, man. If I can rate it a 1 out of 10, I gotta give it a 6 out of 10, man, at best, man. Back then, I would give it a 10 out of 10. Looking at it today, man, now that I'm aware of things, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10, because the moment that were in the movie, man, and from my childhood. But I'm not saying it was a bad movie, man. Like, if you need a laugh, I'm gonna say right now, man, if you need a laugh, and if you love wrestling, watch this movie. That's it. That's all I'm gonna tell you, man. If you love to laugh, which pretty much should be everybody, unless you just dead inside, or you just love wrestling, watch it. If you haven't seen it, give it a shot. You might love it. You know what I'm saying? I still love the movie, man. It's part of my childhood. I love that movie, man. But I gotta give it an honest review, and I give it a 6 out of 10. That's pretty much it, man. Like I said, overall, this was just Dumb and Dumber 2.0 with wrestling aspects in it. That's my overall take of it, and my rating of it is 6 out of 10. Now that this is done, man, ready to rumble, man. Time to see what's the next movie would be, man. If yours have been picked, let me know in the comment section or tweet me if you can find me on Twitter at Tay1Miles95, man. I'll leave the link in the description below. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends. Thank you so very much. Now, we're about to find out which is the next movie will be. Okay, I gotta pick one. Scrabble around. Scrabble around. Ah, got it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our next movie is Kissing Booth. What's Kissing Booth? Kissing Booth? Oh, I guess we gotta review Kissing Booth now, man. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's a recent movie came out, man. I don't know. We'll find out, man. But let me know in the comment section what the movie's about, because I have no idea what that is. So, once again, thank you guys for watching so very much, man. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.